Guys, I don't like Spider-Man Far From Home. Yeah, I know talking about this movie is well overdue. But I didn't ask for your opinion. And I'm not here to necessarily say it's a bad movie. But I also don't think this movie's as amazing as everyone says it is. It's decent. Like, if you went out for a drive, bought a movie ticket, and sat in a theater for 2 hours, you're probably gonna get your money's worth. It's a fun movie, whatever. But are we really gonna gloss over some of the shit parts? No, I don't think so. There's gonna be a lot of spoilers, so okay, spoiler warning, 3, 2, 1.
Spider-Man.
For Spider-Man Far From Home, many pegging it as the very best cinematic outing for the wall crawler so far.
Really? Out of all the movies, you think this one's the best one? This one. I'm gonna end up rambling, so let me just get to the point. I don't think this is some kind of piece of shit movie. It was alright, but I also don't think this was some kind of holy grail gospel piece written by Jesus H. Christ himself. Like, I feel like there's a lot of bad plot points throughout this movie that everyone just kind of ignored. As I was watching this movie, there were just little pieces of turds kind of hanging out and about. And when the little poops start to stack up, it kind of starts making the whole movie a little shitty. But before I get into it, let me just mention some of the parts that I actually liked. I thought the first 5 minutes were really funny. Tom Holland once again does a great job of being Peter Parker. Jake Gyllenhaal is a fucking daddy and I want him to spit on my forehead and call me Uncle Sam. There's 2 CGI fight scenes that I thought were really well done. It was nice to see J. Jonah Jameson again, and I thought it left us with a pretty good ending. And there's one more thing, I can't really remember it. I can't really put a finger. But here's my main problem with the movie. Remember when I said the first 5 minutes were actually good? Well, it was so good that they decided to milk it for the entire first half of the fucking movie. All, and I mean all of Peter's friends just become a memed out version of themselves.
Well, Peter, when a man and a woman love each other, they tend to reciprocate feelings.
Stop! It was funny the first time, but then they just end up reciting the same joke over and over again. I actually liked Ned. I thought he was pretty fun and charismatic during Homecoming. So why? Why'd they do my boy Ned like that? They turned one of my favorite characters into a complete joke, and all it did was make me not give a fuck about them. And it clearly didn't make Peter care either. Because there's a scene in the movie where Ned and Betty go on a Ferris wheel and literally almost fucking die. Imagine Peter Parker's best friend almost fucking dying. Like, you would think with, Tony Stark already being dead and stuff, it would take a toll on him. But now imagine if his own best friend just died right there and then. You'd think this would get to Peter and actually make this an emotional point in the story. But no, instead we're deep fried with memes about a fucking spider monkey. It honestly feels like anything potentially serious in the movie gets completely overshadowed by a joke that can later be quoted on Twitter. This type of repetitive joke telling is what makes the first half of the movie feel so slow. There's a bunch of love interest plots going on in the background that amount to literally nothing. Like the fact that Aunt May and Happy all of a sudden are going out has no correlation to the story. And don't even get me started on Brad. Don't make me fucking talk about Brad. Don't make me fucking talk about Brad! I genuinely hate this guy. I hate this guy more than Jar Jar. I have never seen such a useless character in my entire life. The only sole purpose of this character is to form some kind of love triangle between MJ and Peter. Except, oh wait, MJ clearly never liked him since the start of the movie. Peter didn't have to do anything. There was never any conflict to begin with. He's not likable. He's actually a piece of shit. So why was he in the movie? I'd honestly rather watch paint dry. I'd rather watch a nature documentary about proboscis monkeys shitting on each other's balls than have to sit through another scene of fucking Brad in it. Now I know these are just nitpicky little details. I can honestly ignore them and just give them credit for the good parts that they made. But when they spread these little turds throughout the entire movie, I just don't end up liking it. And not only that, my main problem with the movie is that everything's taken at face value. Every plot point, every conversation that goes on is nothing more and nothing less. It is what it is. And that's fine, but that's why this movie doesn't stand out to me. Yeah, sure, there's cool fight scenes and well done CGI, but those things are all temporary. Next thing you know, there's gonna be another big blockbuster movie with bigger and cooler VFX. But you know what's gonna stay? This story. the actual writing behind the movie, the actual passion that was put behind the scenes before any CGI was ever added. We seriously take the original trilogy for granted. These movies were made more than 12 years ago and they still hold up so well. I can rewatch all of Sam Raimi's films as much as I want to because I learn something new every time I watch it. There's deeper meaning, there's deeper intent behind every scene. Every character has their own beliefs and interests. They feel real. They feel genuine. They're not just memes for comedic sake. Whatever. This review's well past its state of relevance. I by no means have any intent of making you guys dislike this movie, because I barely do. I just feel a little bit disappointed after seeing this. But who knows? Maybe I'll like the third one. I just want to say thank you for watching. If you want to see any more of this content, then please... Wait, what was that thing I liked about Far From Home? Oh yeah, it was... Aunt May, baby!